What's up everybody, welcome back. Got a few GTR things happening in this video. I got a shipment from Fitmint Automotive. I'm going to be using a few of their parts to replace and refresh some things on my car. One of them obviously you can see here is the parcel shelf install, which is here in the box. Alright, I got the seats are out now. Let's get back in here. Alright, so you can see the parcel shelf and you can also see the factory fitted air purifier. This thing is basically just held in by some clips. It's hard to see under here, but there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these white style clips. Once you unclip them, this whole thing basically just slides out and you can remove it. You might have to just tuck one of these ends in over here on the side so you don't scratch everything. I'm going to put the camera down because I need 2 hands for this. I'll pick it up in a minute. Alright, this is what it looks like with the parcel shelf removed. And I got the old one out now. I'll put the new one down here side by side so you can see what it looks like. I actually haven't seen very many of these. I think it's a pretty rare option, but it didn't work on my car anyway. Now when I get this thing all removed, it'll be nice and clean. Alright, here is the old and new side by side. From Fitmint Auto, they send you a set of instructions. You actually have to move some parts from the old, like the speaker covers have to get transferred over, as well as these rear vent covers. Those have to come out as well. I'll film me actually removing all those things in order to transfer them over here. The instructions for Fitmint look pretty good and comprehensive, so I'll just use these and we'll step through the whole thing. Alright, so I got the old one and the new one laid out here on the table, and the first set of the instructions say to remove the speaker covers, which are these screws right here. If you don't have the air purifier, yours won't have these little discs. The first step is to remove these speaker covers, so I'm going to take these screws out. And then you have to remove these plastic vents as well, but it says in the instructions that you sacrifice this board by breaking it, because these little pins right here, let me show you the pin. These little pins right here don't screw off, they're pressed on. So what they say the best way to do is to break this board right here and then to snip in order to save these little spikes. So I'm going to attempt to do that and see if it ends up working for me or not. I'm doing everything by hand because this stuff is so old and the plastic is brittle. I don't want to break anything. Alright, there you go. That's the first one. Nice. We'll just repeat the process with that, and hopefully I don't break these things when I take it apart. The speaker covers came off nice and easy, so that's good. I got this sitting flat. The next step for me is going to be to try and remove these vent covers without breaking these little tabs. Oh, that was easy. That broke that piece right off there. I broke that piece right off there. Oh, that's good. That's loose. Let me cut the carpet. It's like the one time having really old brittle stuff is actually good. It all broke away nice and easy. Alright, so this looks pretty much intact. Alright, you can see what I did here. I snipped everything away so that way the vent is completely free from the particle board. That part I got to work on a little bit more. And this part also. But these are free now. You can start to pull it away. So this one's already completely out. I'm going to start working on this piece as well to get it free. It looks like that cardboard is underneath, so I might actually cut that with a razor blade in order to get it completely free so I can pull it away this direction. And yeah, I'm going to do that on this side also. And I'll pick the video back up when I'm done. But this actually worked pretty well using those 10 snips. Yeah, that worked perfect. I'm going to cut this little bit off of here with a razor blade on both ends, and I should be able to just snip this and pull it straight off. Now I got all of the carpet removed. Now I'm going to snip these things off. I got the first one off here. You can see it. I used the 10 snips to cut one side, then I spun it around and snipped the other side, and then it was able to break off. These little posts have to remain intact in order for it to work. There you go, came free. And it's still intact. So I'm going to do this on all the other pieces, and we'll pick the video back up when I'm ready to put it on the new one. Alright, I got this all laid out now. It's time to start putting the speakers in. The package came with 4 screws. The instructions say that the screws are actually slightly narrower gauge. The reason they say that is because the plastic is brittle, and if you try to put these screws back into it, the original ones, that it might crack them. So I will actually be using the ones they supplied, which are slightly thinner, and hopefully I don't break anything. That's already looking better. The screws also come with a set of washers to hold things in place. Just going to go easy and slow so that way I don't break any of the plastic. That's what it looks like with the speaker cover is put on. So this is the point where you have to put in the vents, as well as the wiper cover, except that I just found out that my car does not have a wiper cover. Probably because of where the air purifier sat, it prevented the reinstallation of that vent cover, or I don't know, maybe they just threw it away. Either way, it looks like I'll have to go get a new one of those and put that in, because I didn't realize I didn't have one. You really want to try hard not to break off those tabs, because this is the part where the tabs get reinserted and held on by the clips underneath. So let's put them in and set that down like that. I also cleaned this off because this thing was disgustingly filthy, so that's been wiped up and cleaned now. Put these on. Alright, I'll flip these over, and then you're going to use these little spider things to hold it on once you flip it over. I'm using a 5mm. I'm pushing up from underneath with my hand, and then I'm going to push down on top of this to see if it'll hold it. Yeah, that actually worked well. You can see that pushing down on that made it seat. Alright, so I'm going to finish putting the rest of those down in there, and then we'll be able to reinstall this thing back into the car. Alright, the vents are now installed. Everything's good. I'm going to flip it over. So this is it, everything reassembled. Except for the wiper cover. So I'm going to have to get a wiper cover because I'm missing that. Time to put it back in the car. I'll take a video when I get the whole thing reassembled, and we'll be done. Seats are back in, and there's the new parcel shelf reinstalled. Thanks for watching. See you next time.